Howdy folks, back with some derailability, shunting at Iron Ore Mine West. I just went through the startup procedure on all 10 locomotives. I have to admit it's been a couple of weeks since I've touched this. I've been playing another game. But the first thing I'm going to do here is take the front 6 here and run them down that line and connect them to those cars, and then bring those cars back up to this end of 006, because the part of the reason I'm going to need room on 006 for freshly loaded cars. So let's get this thing going the other direction. We want reverse. We want to take the brake up. I'll freely admit that I'm a little rusty on what buttons do what after a couple of weeks away from this. I hope the audio levels are okay. I'm using Windows Game Bar instead of OBS, and Windows Game Bar kind of, not remember when I said it's a little rusty on what buttons do what? Windows Game Bar operates a little differently than OBS, obviously. So I hope all the audio levels are okay. To me it sounds like maybe the game sounds are a little loud compared to the mic, but maybe not. Get my thoughts in order here. Change direction. Give it a little throttle and take the brake off. Like I say, I haven't played this in a couple of weeks, 3 weeks. I've just been playing that other game, but I've been watching the videos about how Overhauled is coming out tomorrow morning, and you will lose your previous save game. And I just thought, well, I left my video series on this right in the middle of doing a job, And I thought, you know, I should come back and finish this. I think I'm gonna hop out and use the remote now. Get the remote set up. Well, you know, I don't need the remote set up on these cars just yet. All I need to do with this is get it up to the other end of the track. I already changed direction, so some throttle, take off the brake. I already linked them up by pressing the correct button on the keyboard. This should be job FH00 I have behind me. We have 3 separate shunting jobs to do. I thought about just moving this out onto the main line. But then I noticed that you know, I might not want to block that track. I noticed that when I'm done loading the other cars, that they end up coming on to this same line. Okay, now I gotta hop into these locomotives, if it'll let me. Sometimes the hitbox to get in these cars is a little goofy. See, it took me way the fuck over here. I think you gotta be further away from the cars, I think, is the deal. And I gotta take these locomotives. Okay, it's already in reverse. There are 3 loaded cars down there on 003. I want to run down that empty line on the very edge over there, I01. I want to get on the other side of all this freight cars, all these freight cars. So I need my switch remote. I don't want all that stuff switched. Get me way over on the furthest line, I can start pulling ahead. Switch as I go. And then the opposite end of this set of 4 will be the front. But the way I have them set up, front to back, you can run them either direction and you'll always have a car facing forward or a locomotive facing forward. I want to run to the opposite end of this set. Right there next to me is the loaded cars that I want. Which means the switch should be coming up soon, and it's right there. Connect, change direction, summon throttle, and take the brake off. And now, put away the remote and get out this remote. Step up, drop it down, step up, turn it on, pair it. Hop out. Want these 3 loaded cars. Well, it should be 1, 2, 3. Yep. Double check their numbers. 324, 25, yes. I want those down 006 behind the others. So locomotive remote, start slowing them down. And stop. Come this way. Then that way. And that should run them. See, this one's over there, so that should run them right up behind the rest. Come on down. realize I've got a bunch of stuff already validated for like the food factory and the harbor and shit. I don't know if I'll get to all that. I may just get this shit to the steel mill and close the books on this version of Derail Valley. You know, I had planned on loads that would keep me busy for the next several days, but I've only got this evening to record whatever I can, and it's all gone. And connected. Now I have to disconnect my locomotives. Just leave this all here. Yes, I saw the movement. It's been a while, man. That should take care of disconnecting those. So that's FH00 and FH01 connected to my front 6. Now I have to do some hunting. Let's see. SL02. I'm gonna have to go look and see which. I think I pull out SS04 first. I gotta pay attention to what my locomotives are doing. As soon as I get past the switch, I'll stop them and then figure out where I need them to go. But I need them past that last switch down there. That looks fine. Gonna need him to come to this side now. And I'll figure out which track. SL02 is 12 through 6. I believe it starts with 12 right here. Yes. Then the other 3 or whatever are on that side. Yeah, that switch is fine. And then the next switch. Oh, I need him to come down this line right in front of me. So I need to flip this switch. There we go. Yeah. Now they'll come down SO4. The locomotives will come down SO4. Now I need to break off how many cars? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should do it, because you gotta count the locomotive, add 1 for the locomotive. Let's figure out where I'm going with these. I think the other part of this job is sitting down here, 13, 14, and 15. Yes, 15, 14, 13. With 19 on the end. Now 19 here goes to a different job. Goes to the SLO3 job. So I'm going to take the 5 I just hooked up to and put them on these 3. Let's see, before I do that, okay, 6 right there. I want to make sure it separates at 6. Or otherwise I didn't do something right. Looks like I have them going the wrong direction. I must have already switched the direction before I ran down the other way. I love how they just clip through instead of pushing the other cars. Or bumping up against them and not wanting to move or something. I want all that down here. Stop! It's far enough. More than far enough. That. That. But not that one. If I wanted to, I could probably link all three of these shunting jobs together and load them all at one time, but oh, I don't know about that. You know, it's possible, but I think it would also be confusing. They're hooked up. Now I have 5 and 3 is 8. I don't want 19 down there. So counting the locomotive, that's 9. I should leave 1 car sitting down there. Awesome! That's everything for the SL02 shunting job. Of course, they all load way over on L07. I believe that's the... yeah. Second track off the main over on this side. So I have to go all the way out to the very last switch. It'd be less running back and forth if I just linked all 3 of these shunting jobs together. Let me but the train might get so long that I can't control it with the locomotive remote anymore. And do they all offload on the same track? Well, that one does. That one offloads on 003. But this one, 16, 17, 18, and 19, '16, 17, 18 are on SO4. We should be able to get to those now that I pulled these other cars out of the way. Then we run C. This is SO4. 18, 17, 16, and then that's 19. Yeah, I'm going to put these 3 and then that one on the back end of this and load the whole string, because it all uncouples on 006. So what do I need to do? Okay, I need 3 from there. SO4. Am I past the points? Shit, I am. Accidentally stopped it in just the right spot. Now back that puppy up. That'll be 2 shunting jobs, 2 of the 3. Where is 003 on the opposite side? Whoops, I better get up there and make sure that I don't ram this shit hard. I need the locomotive remote. So now I gotta get out in the sun. Keep the battery full. And I have 8 from that one. I'm picking up 3 more. It's 11. Locomotive remote. So I'll go to 12. Disconnect. Then change direction. be pulling 18, 17, and 16. You betcha. I gotta switch this over to where 19 is sitting. That's 19. So this switch is okay. These switches should be alright because I just pulled cars out of there. Yes, that one will run us over, and then that one goes that way. I just need this one. I've been watching the videos about Overhauled, and it looks like it's going to be really fantastic. But take a lot of relearning, doing things differently. Gonna be a big learning curve. That was coming really fast. Okay, that's everything for 2 jobs. That's all the stuff that offloads that I have to uncouple on 006. Now I think to grab I could grab the stuff, the other 3 cars. That offload on 003. They should be these right here. But I see these cars, if we go back to the station map, these cars are going to load on L07 and then drop off on 006. They're right next to each other without having to go all the way out to the southeast end, all the way out to the last switch, you know, and coming back to the other side. So I think it saves some time to just load all the cars that drop off on 006 and then come get this other shit that I'm sitting next to. It's going to be less switching sides, less having to run all the way out to that very last switch. And that's what I'm thinking anyways. Right now I gotta run all the way out to that very last switch to get all this on the other side of the main line. This switch way out here. Come on, give me a little more. A couple more inches. There we go. The wind is blowing hard and it's making branches fall. I don't know if you heard the loud clunk. Yeah, that's LO7. And here they come. Where is the... One thing I'm going to really like about the new overhauled is it shows you on the station maps where all the loading, where all the loader switches are, where all the station offices are, that kind of shit. I have to run around and find the switch to load these cars. Well, that's good enough. They're they're past the points. So that means they're all on LO7. Oh, if it's not too far. Oh, come on. Yeah, I ran a little too far. Good thing I didn't put those other three on here. I don't need to care about having the locomotives on LO7, just the cars. So as soon as they're past the points, I'm gonna run to the, I'm keeping an eye out for the loading switch. I thought I saw it right there, but then the F function put me through the steam locomotive. Yeah, so that's, you couldn't get one more car in here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That sounds right. Is that 9? 10, 11, and I had 3, yeah. Or I had 8, and I actually had 8, then I put 3, and then 1 for 12. Now I can run all these down the line right next to LO7 006. So get them moving the other direction. And they're going to be a little harder to move now. Just add a lot of tonnage. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. I didn't need to change direction because I had already been pulling them. To the south. To get them positioned correctly. My brain goofy. Okay, step it up. Gigabytes are a wasting. At my current recording level, I burn 10 gigabytes an hour. And I'm coming up on 50 minutes, so I probably take a break before I load up SLO4. I'll just break this up into a couple of parts. I'll get these hooked up to O0, hooked up to the rest of the train that is sitting on O06. If I turn around, there's the back end. I might have to move the whole entire thing forward more. Probably will. Putting 12 more cars behind it. There we go, right on the money. I might be rusty, but haven't totally lost my touch. Come on back. Don't be bashful about it. Run up here and make sure I don't bash into him. No, I don't want to be in the steam locomotive. Sometimes it's better to just walk and then rather than use the F function. Yeah, in the new overhauled, I was gonna say in the new game, which is overhauled. You don't want to be bashing those hazmat cars together. No more of a hit than about like that. Now, I believe... Yeah, that's way past the points down there. I need those points open on the south end of the yard. So, I'm just going to take the brake off and keep giving her some throttle. Move the whole shebang. The front six we're sitting there idling, so they'll obviously help. You saw how the cars separated right away rather than pushing together. That means the front six are grabbing them. It's clear of the points. That's really about all I need right now. Because the other cars, SLO4, will go on to O03. So right now I just need to unload I just need to unhook the 4 locomotives, and that should separate the locomotives. Go the other direction, give it some throttle, and there they go. Ah, that's a nice sound. We gotta go all the way back to the other side. And then all the way back to L07. And then all the way back to this side again. Alright, as I said, I'm gonna end this one right here. We've got FH00, FH01, SLO2 loaded up and ready, and SLO3 loaded up and ready. We could validate those 2 jobs and then get the hull jobs for them. All we have left is SLO4 or SLO3 on SO4, and we'll pick that up in the next one. Thanks for watching.